And that is Twisted Sister's version of Have Yourself a Merry Christmas. I got to tell you.
It sounds like you got a phone call, Joey.
I got a phone call?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's pick up the line. Hello, this is Joey Petroni. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Man, Shad, how you doing? Nice for you to call in.
Yes. I'm feeling quite festive after that song. Great song.
Isn't that great? I saw. I went to see Bret Michaels from Poison at the Westbury Music Fair over here on Long Island, and I'm hanging out.
Wow.
It was awesome. I was hanging out waiting for him to come on, and I ran into Mark Mendoza, the bass player for Twisted Sister.
Okay.
I thought that was so cool, and they have a Christmas album out that they put out a few years ago, and it's awesome. It's a heavy metal Christmas.
I love it.
So I've been looking at your YouTube channel, man. You got a lot of great videos and a lot of I love your point of view of a lot of topics. It's very entertaining. I'm telling you, your videos are about an hour or an hour and a half each, and it flies right by for me.
Yeah. I have no concept of time, especially when I'm talking.
Yeah, and you're very interesting. It's totally cool. I was watching a couple of videos. One was you're into the old school sci-fi, like Star Trek and stuff like that. And then I was looking.
Yeah, sure.
This is years ago. It was like 3 years ago. You did a video on aliens, and I was like, well, I gotta get this guy's intake on aliens.
But there are things out there that we just can't really explain. I like to watch the skies. I do. I've always watched the skies since I was a little kid. I find the recent Oumuamua that came through our solar system very, very interesting. It came in slow. It sped up, changed direction, and sped out of our solar system. And everybody's like, well, we can say it's off-gassing, and the sun. Gravitational force, and that doesn't account for everything else and the movements it did, and something that big moving that fast and changing direction is not natural. So there's more. The more things I see, the more questions I have. And I think that's where I have to keep it, is objective. I've never met an alien. If I have, then he had a really good disguise. Like Men in Black, I guess. But,
right.
There's a lot of stories, and you can go deep down the rabbit hole where the CIA, has these crafts that fly around. What's the other guy, Bob Lazar, and his work on
the element chart?
The elements. Yeah, those things, and it's interesting, but how far-fetched is it? I really don't know. I do know that it has to be statistically impossible that we are alone here.
Right.
But also 245 million light years in a sphere of our observable space. We haven't found anything. So, it's kind of like, who do you believe? I mean, do you go with the alien theories, or do you go with this was created for us, and by who? And so there's a lot more questions that arise, and I don't think we'll get the answers anytime soon.
That's the thing. Like, we're in the middle. We don't know. We're in the middle. It could be, and nobody knows the truth.
Right.
And after all these years and all the technology we have today, we still don't know. And there is no proof. But more and more stories are coming out. Like, Area 51, Bob Lazar, you just said, the element chart 115, the Roswell, the whole Roswell capture.
Yeah. I mean, J-Rod. I mean, you've heard so many stories. JFK took, that one guy to go meet
Jackie
people that were not from here.
I think it was Jackie.
Yes.
The honeymooners.
Yes.
Yeah.
The honeymooners. Yeah. I mean, and of course the compelling footage of the Tic Tacs of the Air Force gunner pilot gunner footage.
Yep, I saw those.
Yeah, I mean, but we have been doing a lot of things. in the field of aerospace, we now have drones, like the movie, with the drone airplanes, where AI takes over, and there's no human at the controls, so it doesn't have to. It can kind of defy the laws of physics, if you will. A human body can only take like 5 or 6 G's before they pass out. Me and you, probably about 2 or 3, right?
Right.
But these things are doing like 10 G's, in 10 G turns and almost right angle turns at high speeds, because there's nobody in there. Because if there were, they would turn into jello really quick.
Right.
So, that is true, and we have that capability, and we're not the only ones that have that capability. That's the other thing, too. We're not the only game in town. The Russians, they have made a lot of advances. We all heard about the Bell in Germany. The magnetic force bell, the Manhattan Project. So we have some glimpses into some of this technology that is possibly out there, and of course they're going to keep it, tight-lipped, because you don't want your enemy knowing that you have this super secret weapon, because obviously they're going to try to mimic it and steal it or counteract it somehow.
So it's all about power. A lot of this is all about power.
Yeah, and for millennia, information is the biggest weapon.
Yep.
If you can control the information, if you can censor, if you can manipulate the information, you can change the destiny of nations.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's what a TV set does to people, right? Before TV sets were in the home, that's why they call it programming. But who's programming?